Welcome to Waves of Awareness, the podcast that is bringing the voices and personalities of people with disabilities to the community.
Listening along to learn more about the daily life of me and my friends, the resources available to us and our families, and how this podcast is chatting job for me and others with disability in this community.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Waves of Awareness. We're super excited that you're here and joining us to learn a little bit more about what's going on in the world of intellectual and developmental disabilities. My name is Staci Davis, one of your co-hosts, and we've got a loaded table and we're here to share some more good things that are happening. Let's make some introductions and then we'll dive into what we're talking about today. We have Johnny Sunshine on the mic today. Hey, John.
Oh, hi. Hi, Staci. What's going on? How you doing?
And not much. It's so good to see you.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, love you. They call me Johnny Sunshine. I shine night or day.
Awesome. We also have our co-host, Mrs. Jeni Tanner. How are you, Jeni?
I'll say, watch out for me, and on stage again as Miss from the Newies.
I think we'll have some more announcements about that later so we can learn more about Mush with the Newsies. But let's get into introducing and learning more about our special guest today. We have Jonathan Smith and Stephen Smith here with us today with Elizabeth's Gifts. Elizabeth's Gifts is a brand new nonprofit, and we're excited to learn more about it. So Jonathan and Stephen, thanks for being here.
Yeah. Thanks for having us. Thank you for having us.
All right, Jenny, you want to get us started with your questions?
First one. This one is, can you tell us a little about yourself and Elizabeth Gift?
Yep.
I got an aunt named that. Her name is Elizabeth Dunn.
It's a pretty name. Yeah, so my name's Jonathan Smith, and it's my brother, Stephen. And I've lived in the Nashville, Franklin area for about 20 years and work in the music industry, write songs, and help artists make their records and things like that. And now my brother and my younger sister live here as well. And we started a nonprofit earlier this year called Elizabeth's Gift. Or you can go ahead, you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Stephen Smith, and I've lived in Nashville for 12 years now. And I work down here in Franklin in the music industry as well. Elizabeth's Gift was started along with our sister and our parents to honor our late sister Elizabeth by providing equipment, specifically mobility and adaptive equipment to people with special needs to help them live fuller lives and go places and do things that they otherwise wouldn't be able to do, primarily due to financial constraints.
No, that's awesome. A needed.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired you to start Elizabeth Gift?
Yeah, so our oldest, there's four of us. Elizabeth was our oldest sister, and she was born with cerebral palsy. She lived her whole life in a wheelchair and nonverbal, and she, being the oldest, she was such sort of the center of our world and how we grew up, and everything sort of revolved around her and her needs. And she got very sick last year, and she passed away. And we were that was last June, and we were having her memorial service and had all these friends and family and people all together. And one of you lose somebody that's so special to you. She was such a light to us. She brought so much joy to so many people around her. And with her being gone, we were like, man, like, what do? We still have so much love in our heart for her. Like, we need a new place for it to go. And we felt like we could do something to help people specifically in the special needs community. And so that kind of put us on a journey at the end of last year of just praying and lots of conversations, what I call like a listening tour. We kind of started meeting with some people that work in special needs community, some families that we grew up with, that we met through those people, and just started to ask questions of, hey, we want to do something. We'd love to use our time and our resources and our networks of people where are you seeing people fall in the gaps? Where can we kind of aim this thing to help? And of course, there's lots of things in that space, and there's lots of people doing great work. But one thing that kind of kept coming up was this need for equipment, mobility, adaptive equipment, and sort of specifically the gap of where, maybe insurance and things fail, and there's just another level of being able to help people really just live the fullest life they can. And so with all that, we sort of hit the ground running earlier this year, and we're up and running, and it's been amazing work, and we're excited to keep going.
What is your favorite part of the work you do?
So much. It feels like important work. It feels meaningful. Yes. Yes, it's very important. And we are seeing that firsthand now. And it's work that I hope I get to do the rest of my life. Honestly, I don't. If we were able to just keep doing this and serving in this way, I can't think of anything better to do with our time. And so that, and then just the stories that we've already gotten, the people we've gotten to meet. We've gotten to meet some of these people in person and give some of these gifts to, which has been the best. But even just seeing pictures and getting feedback from people just feels important and necessary.
It really is important. Adaptive and mobility equipment is probably one of the most expensive things that families run into. And so what y'all are doing is providing access and really opening the doors for so many people to have access to the community and be able to live independently, whatever that looks like for each person. So it's huge. Like, what y'all are doing is amazing. So love it.
Thank you.
Do you have another question, Jeni?
Can you share a story about someone who has been impacted by Elizabeth's gift?
I'll share a couple stories. One of the first families we got to help was someone here in town, actually. So that was fun. We got to go and meet them and hand deliver the gift and just meet the whole family and talk for a while. And they reached out saying that they had a little girl who I think she's 12 years old. She had autism and Down syndrome, and she was the youngest of three. They had two older brothers, and she has the ability to walk, but they were requesting a wheelchair because when they go places and do things, she kind of shuts down, like midway through whatever it is. And the mom had shared that they had really just kind of gotten into a habit of, if they were going to go, say, to the mall, it was just kind of like, well, mom will take the boys and they'll go to the mall and dad will just stay home with her. Or maybe they just wouldn't go and do and that sort of stuff. And we can relate to that a lot. My parents did a really good job of bringing us all together, and they were able to provide her with a lot of the equipment that she needed. But we also did a lot of things where we went and did things and they tried to make it work, and that was a $300 foldable wheelchair, and that's really all they needed in order to be able to go and do more things as a family. And I think that's been a kind of a through line on a lot of this is how this equipment is necessary in order to keep families together for events and just their daily life. And then kind of on the other end of the spectrum in terms of cost and things like that, we had a family that reached out. They live in North Carolina, so they're close to the beach, and that's kind of their main thing to do. And they wanted a specialized beach wheelchair that can go out on the sand for their daughter who had severe disabilities and completely immobile and a lot of, pain and things associated with movement. And that wheelchair costs $6,500, mainly due to additional customizations and cushions and things like that for the little girl specifically. And I wanted to share that number because I don't think that a lot of people would ever fathom that just going out on the beach would require that kind of money. And they really there was no other option for them if they didn't get it. And we were able to, along with the help from another organization, come together and make that happen for them. And so again, that's another thing where not only did that girl get to experience the beach now in the summer, but their family gets to go on a trip together, which I think is really important. So yeah, that's just been a couple of the stories we've gotten to hear.
No, I appreciate you sharing the difference in the costs and stuff, because that really puts it into perspective for us, but then also our listeners, because you're not talking about just something that you can go to whatever big box store down the road. Like these are highly specialized pieces of equipment that might be specialized. Like you might be able to buy it, but there might be more additional things that you need to add on so that it's for the individual, for them to be able to utilize it the best way. And so, no, thank you. That's really neat.
Why is it important for the community to support people with diabetes in their family?
I think that's disabilities.
I know it's diabetes.
Okay.
That too.
Well, yeah. You gonna say it one more time for him? I think we got distracted.
I'm sorry about that.
Good.
In my words. Why is it important for our community to support people with disabilities and their families?
Stephen, you have some good information on some of that, some of the
stats.
I
just to reiterate what I said a minute ago about the family piece of just families being able to stay together. I mean, when we were growing up, we experienced a lot of we didn't feel the brunt of it, but my parents and my sister, a lot of rejection, being not allowed into certain places of businesses. I mean, even rejected from special needs, ministries and education programs and things like that if they weren't really able to handle her needs. And then, just a lot of places where you just can't go and you just don't go, or you split up, and that's obviously not healthy for a family or for the individual. And then too, just on the individual piece, I mean, I think 2/3 of people with physical disabilities say they experience extreme loneliness. They're 5 times more likely to develop like heart disease, diabetes, experience a stroke. And, all of those things are, at least in part, due to lack of mobility for one, but also I think lack of community. And so many of them are homebound, and so they can't get out and move around, but also just be with people and feel accepted. So that's a big part of this, and oftentimes insurance and Medicaid and Medicare don't cover these things. In fact, I think on a wheelchair, I think it has to be something that is used within the home in order to be covered. So if it is something for exclusively outside of the home, like
the beach chair,
a beach, or for getting on, loading onto a piece of equipment like a boat or something like that, none of that's covered. So even though we would consider that to be an essential part of life, it's not covered. And like we talked about with the cost, it's just prohibitively expensive. So I think it's really important that people help, and also just have an awareness of how limited people are really in their ability to do things that we all take for granted.
Yeah, for sure. I would say you can't put a cost on community because it's invaluable. And if if you've never experienced a disability or have somebody in your family that has a disability, then you don't recognize the barriers that are created when a disability is present and you don't have those pieces of equipment that you
Right.
need.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What are some of the biggest needs you see for the families you serve?
I think Stephen hit on some of that. His last question. I think the community piece is huge. I think the financial barrier has to be up there as well. I mean, we had a lady applied that had a little boy, and she had a pretty hard life and a story, and I remember she didn't even know where to begin, like even what to ask for. I mean, we've been trying to kind of help her with some things and sort of send some things along to her, but sometimes it's just even knowing what's out there, what's even possible. I think sometimes we get so used to just the bare minimum of like, okay, well, it's just a wheelchair or crutches or just these basic things, but there is a whole world of things out there that people have developed that really can enhance the life of somebody. And so that's been cool to even help just sort of shed a light on that and show some of these families some of this equipment that exists, and then ultimately be able to help them purchase it.
How can people in our community get involved or help?
Well, we have a website, elizabethsgift.com. And so if you're listening to this, watching this, we'd love for you to just go there and read a little bit more about what we're doing. We have a newsletter we can sign up for. Ultimately, we want people to know we exist, that we're here to help. And we've been doing this work for several months, and now just from sort of a higher increase of applications, I mean, we do need funding, and so we've had some people really step up and be very generous, and that's been such a blessing to us. And so I'd say that is huge. I think if you know somebody, maybe you live with somebody, maybe you are somebody, maybe you go to a church that has a special needs ministry or a school that has a special ed program, like those have been like boots on the ground for us, along with groups like Waves, those sort of sending our website or who we are to those people and sort of letting them send that out to their network of people. And so that's been great for us. We have we've had a couple events. We did a songwriter round at the listening room last month, which was amazing. We raised some money for that. We have another one coming up August 9th. And so I'll be there sharing some songs and bringing some special guests up, some artists and things like that. So if you live in Nashville, the area, or you want to make a trip, August 9th, we're doing a songwriters round, and listening room is giving the proceeds to Elizabeth's Gift, which is really nice of them. Anything else on that? Yeah?
I think it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll drop the link for that event.
Great.
Show notes, too. So
Awesome.
find it easily.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, I'm a singer and songwriter myself.
Oh, well, maybe they might invite you after you perform for them.
I can. But I don't do country. I do love songs, pop, my brother's favorite, my boy band songs. Some songs that I wrote myself. Right here. Yeah, I'm not halfway done. What is something you hope for everyone knows about Elizabeth Gift? That's the last name.
Thank you. That's a great question. Ultimately, yeah, it's that, that we're here and we exist and we're here to help. But I think even more than that, it's that this gap exists, And if we're just sort of a vessel to, yes, help people and tangibly give a gift, that's great. But even just the awareness has been something that we're noticing, that some people are like, wow, I didn't even know that there was a gap that people are falling in, and they can't get some of this equipment that does everything we've talked about. I mean, one quick kind of cool story on that, like we had a lady here in town had reached out about some adaptive swings for a park, like this neighborhood that they live in, and which was really cool because when that came in, it was kind of an area we hadn't even thought about at the time of like, oh, there's this whole, parks with adaptive equipment and swings, and that would be cool if we could go into that space as well. And so we had to reach out to the HOA to get approval, so we could buy this stuff and put it up. And sort of in that correspondence, the HOA was like, oh, well, we'll do that. We didn't know there was somebody in our neighborhood that needed it. Right. And so
HOAs are hard.
Right. Yes. Right. But, we were prepared to help with that, but that was also cool for us because we're like, hey, maybe if that was our only contribution to that solution, was just to say, hey, there's a problem here, and that they stepped up and did it. That was really cool. Yeah. And so I think that's really ultimately, it's like we're here to help, but we'd love to just mobilize other people to do the same work.
It also sounds like you're connecting too. Like even if y'all were ready to provide that adaptive equipment for that park, but like being able to bring in a whole other party, they were like, oh wait, we can do it too.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
that was really cool.
No, that is really awesome.
What are you most excited about for the future of Elizabeth's gift?
Right now, I think the awareness piece that Jonathan was just talking about is big for me. When we set out to do this, we all kind of agreed and maybe kind of made a pact that like this would probably go in a direction that we didn't necessarily set out to, and that we would kind of let it take on, a life of its own and whatever we saw as the need. And we kind of tried to find some acceptance from the beginning that we were going to encounter things we didn't anticipate, and that we might deal with people who are dishonest or whatever the case is, and that we weren't going to let that discourage us from doing what we knew was important. But in that of kind of holding it loosely and letting it kind of see where the needs are and go with that. I mean, I think that this awareness thing is a big part of that, in that we're finding that, we knew that there was this equipment gap because we've experienced it or at least, had a front row seat. And then I think the people closest to us kind of knew that to an extent as well. But it's just been interesting talking to friends and things that even who know our story, who really don't understand the problem, and and then even people who know a little bit about it, sometimes it's even worse because they know that there are these programs to cover things, and so then they think, well, we've got a great Medicaid program here in Tennessee, and but they don't understand how short it falls. And so I think bringing awareness to that and kind of rallying our community, and then kind of the outer bands of that as well. And yeah, like this HOA thing, I mean, that's been a real inspiration to us about like, well, we could do that all over the place, or, we could,
we'd love to do some things with parks. Like,
yeah,
I know a lot of city parks have adaptive things, and that's great. They didn't have that when we were growing up.
Yeah. No, that seems to be something that's like
it's a newer,
kind of taken on.
Yes, that's wonderful.
Its own life, which is really great. Have y'all heard about LEG's Dream World?
No.
It's a fully inclusive, adaptive part of the big park that they're building in South Franklin.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a big thing that's coming.
Right.
And I know that the Brentwood City Park, they have I can't remember the location. They've got it's all adaptive, like all of the equipment. So it's inclusive for any child to go play.
And then another thing would be vehicles. When you talk about the future of the work that we could get into. I mean, that's a big one. Is just the cost for a van that's
so expensive.
it's so expensive.
It's not just going to the dealer
No.
and purchasing a vehicle.
No, and it's way more than just a normal, van.
Even
Yeah.
a very, very old van that might not be reliable will
Mm-hmm.
cost, I mean, in some cases more than what just a normal.
Oh, for sure. We've gotten grants through TDOT to be able to have vehicles for our programming, and I want to say like a minivan that's outfitted to be able to support one wheelchair and 3 or 4 riders is valued at $78,000.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we've seen.
Yeah.
And it's just mind-boggling.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and they don't like in a 20-year-old one might still come in at 30 to 40.
Yes. Yeah. And then the maintenance on it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's never ending.
Yeah.
Whole other
Yeah.
story.
But that's something we'd love to step into and rally our donors and things like that if those needs come up, and just because that we talk about mobility and how that can keep a family together, and that's a huge one. So we're excited to see what we can do there.
No, it's awesome. What y'all are doing is amazing. Truly the definition of see a need, feel a need. And so like you're seeing it like with the families that you're supporting, but like you are truly changing lives. So, and I love the concept of like keeping the families together.
Right.
And it's a lived experience for y'all because you understand what it means to try to go out into the community and live life like without altering life because of something that,
Yeah.
you should be able to do everything that everyone else can do.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's really amazing.
Thank you.
No, thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course. Do you have any questions for Johnny Sunshine or Jeni?
Johnny, how long have you been a part of Waves?
34 years.
34 years.
I came here when I was 42. Now I'm 76. So,
I wouldn't have guessed that. You look way younger than that.
are you sure about that?
Johnny keeps us all
Okay, I'll just tease you, Jonathan. What brings you down to Tennessee? Tennessee's getting big now. You ought to
A
see
lot of
what they're
people
doing.
moving here.
Yeah, there going to be more houses coming up on Cannon Street soon, very soon. It won't be soon. And they're going to widen the road, make it a super highway.
That's right.
They have to, man. Traffic's getting heavier and heavier. I saw 2 U-Haul trucks, so they probably came from New York City.
That's probably right. California or New York City.
Yeah, you're right. Boy, you're catching on. They are, yeah.
Well, I work with a lot of them that are moving here from California.
Yeah, I'm 76. Please not be Wednesday, 77. 2 twins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And you're young, man. You're 32, both of you.
I'm a little bit older than that, but I'll
Well,
take
let's,
it.
let's stay it that way.
He's closer to that age.
I'm close,
Yeah.
but a little bit older.
Yeah, okay. Man, you reminds me of twins a little bit.
We
I
get
mean-
that.
A little bit you do.
We get that
And your
sometimes.
sister probably cool too, yeah.
She is. She's very cool.
Well, I hope you get along with your sisters and all that. I hope you do.
Yeah,
You
thank
could be uncles.
Yeah, we are.
Hey, yeah, Uncle Jonathan. Yeah, that's nice. Hope they respect you.
They don't.
Oh yeah, I got to tell you something. On Friday, 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock, we'll have a food truck out there.
Okay.
You want to come? You're welcome.
Where's that? Is that
Philstone Farms.
Fieldstone Farms? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
great.
be coming out there and see what's going on. Haven't been out there in years, so I'll be there at 1
See you
o'clock.
there then.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to share? Anything new that you want to share with us?
Oh, nothing much. I'm doing okay. I'm staying out of trouble sometimes. We try. Well, I want to see you there. Hope I can. Okay, Jonathan? You're
Yes,
pretty
sir.
cool men.
Thank you. I think
Yeah,
you're
you
pretty cool
too, Stephen.
Yeah.
And Jesus Christ love you. Jesus Christ love you. Jesus Christ love you. I love. They call me Johnny Sunshine. Shine night all day. You can't miss my flashlight. That's I am like a flashlight.
Amen.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
great.
amen.
I love that.
I like that too. Yeah.
That.
Well, before we got started, Jeni made the announcement that she has got a song that she would like to share and then 2 announcements. So, Jeni, do you want
Go ahead,
to share?
sing a song.
Oh, sing a song. You ready?
I started the song first.
Okay.
This is for you, Jack Kelly. It says the nudies was a hit in the 90s. This one's for you. It's something I believe in. I mean, if I gone tomorrow, if you believe in me. If I gone tomorrow, do you still believe in me? That's for you, Jack Kelly.
Hey,
Great job.
That was beautiful.
Now,
one more.
2 breaking news.
2 breaking news. Let's go.
I got one.
And that song I sung, I love my music myself. I'm gonna say Nashville Predators got a new hockey player.
Let's go.
Mickelton from Dallas Stars.
All right. Go
Right.
Reds. Dang,
Let's go Predators, do it for Queen. I did that one. That one, got one more.
Oh, one more. Let's go.
Next year, we'll be working on The Little Mermaid. I'm hoping for the part of Ariel or the mother of Lewis. And you hear the voice of Miss herself from the Newies. This year, later in this fall, come to see the Newies on the same stage I was on before our sister Sophia, the nun, the Sound of Music.
All right. Let's go.
We're so excited and always love sharing what's going on at Backlight. Jeni is our resident Backlight Productions star, really, right? Mm-hmm. Jonathan, Stephen, thank you so much for joining us today. We are so excited to share more about what's happening at Elizabeth's Gift and let more people know about the good things that y'all are doing. So thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you
and
so
thank you
much
for the
for
work
having
that you
us.
do.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 yeah. John, you want to sign us off?
Yeah. Jesus Christ love me, Jesus Christ love me, Jesus Christ love me, Jesus Christ love me. And this is Johnny Sunshine and Waves of Awareness. Well, I'm signing off. Johnny Sunshine. See you next week.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week. This is Waves of Awareness in production with Spread the Positive. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for turning into another episode of Waves of Awareness. We are glad you are here till next time.
Waves of Awareness is a Waves Inc. podcast and made possible thanks to Spread the Positive, the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee, and Tennessee's Department of Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities. For more information, visit us online at www.wavesinc.com/podcast.